Hello friends, good evening. The sun is about to set right over there, and so I don't have a whole lot of time, but I'm gonna introduce you to a new horse that we have here on the place. I've introduced him a time or two just in passing, but we'll spend a little more time getting to know this horse here, Chippy 66. So I'll tell you a little bit more about him and tell you why he's here on the farm, and we've got a little problem that we need to take care of. So let's get this done. So everybody, this is a horse that was born here on our property. This is a son of Chipper. So this is a big brother to Nugget, and he's probably 16 months old right now. And he's a beautiful horse, and my brother Levi bought him from me, and he's been down in southern Arizona ever since. But recently I told my brother Levi, hey, would you be willing to ride Gold 66 for me some this winter? And if you could do that, I will feed 2 of yours. So with the price of feed, no one wants to feed horses all the time, and because it's so expensive. And so I was like, you know what, Levi, I will feed 2 of your horses if you will feed Gold 66 and put some riding in on him. And so that's the deal, and that's why I have this horse back. Now, instead of calling him Chip 66 like he's registered, we call him Chippy, because my sister and her husband have a ranch down in southern Arizona, and every time I make a video down here, Salt has to contribute. But anyway, so my sister and her husband have a horse that's named Chip, and Levi takes his horses and works and helps on the ranch all the time. And so to have 2 Chips just doesn't make sense. So we're calling this guy Chippy. So this is Chippy 66, and he is beautiful. He really is. And I love his personality. I love his beautiful head. He's got a big butt, which is good. That's where all their muscle is. And anyway, he's just a cool horse. He really is. Beautiful sunset tonight also. But since he came home, he's acted a little bit gimpy, and I think it's because his feet were so short, his hooves, and then we got home and it rained and he was standing in the manure, and so I moved him to another pen here. But I'm going to clean his hooves out, and we're going to put some copper tocks. That's this stuff here, copper tocks on his hooves to make sure that he's not developing some thrush, because I think that's probably what's going on, is he's got some thrush in his hooves, and it's like athlete's foot. It can actually make them very tender and uncomfortable. And so anyway, I'm going to clean out his hooves. We're going to doctor those. And also, I want to show you something else that I think is kind of fun, but also very valuable. So stay tuned for some stuff that I want to show you. First of all, I'm just going to brush him off. I am so impressed. My brother Levi really hasn't had a lot of time to spend with him yet, but he's just so quiet and calm and so good. Like I say, he's a colt out of Chipper and by my stallion 66. So he's a half brother to Kicks, because they're both out of the same stallion. But anyway, he's pretty awesome. I'm gonna enjoy having him around, and I'll probably keep him till next fall. So I'm gonna have him for a while. So now that they're cleaned out, I'm gonna put some copper tox on it. And this stuff stinks. And it'll be hard to video and do it at the same time. But anyway, if you use this stuff, it's green color and it stinks really bad. So you gotta be really careful to try to not get it on your fingers or hands, because the smell sticks around for a day or two. It's crazy, even if you wash it. Sorry, I'm breathing heavy as he is kicking around a little bit there. I got a little bit of a workout, but anyway, I'm gonna put the copper tox on now. Okay, so I got it done and I got a little bit on me. So I tried not to, but got some green on my thumb, but did the best I could as quickly as I could, because the sun's set now and it's getting dark. But the next thing I wanted to show you is give you some tips on how to take a good horse picture. We were making fun of my sister because my sister takes pictures of her kids and of herself all the time, all these selfies and stuff. But when she sends a horse picture, it looks terrible. And so let me show you, in case you don't know, there is a right way to take horse pictures and a wrong way. And I'm not gonna be able to edit this video, so I hope it works out all right, because Vicky is helping our daughter, Kaylee, to move. They've been doing an internship up in Washington, and they're now gonna move down to Logan, Utah. So I'm just gonna do the best I can, and without editing, just kind of slap it up there, and I hope this video works all right, but let's do this. Okay, a good horse picture, at least quarter horse. I'm not into other breeds really. An Arabian, you'd want to probably really point out how good looking of a head they have. But with the quarter horse, see how this angle here shows the butt, the hindquarters of this horse. And it's just like a hunter. Those hunters, they go shoot a deer or elk and they put the antlers up front because that makes them look big. So from this angle, I'm showing a big butt. Now look at what happens if I try to, now this isn't a still shot, but if this is the front of my picture, then it is what I'm doing is I'm making it look like this horse has a big nose, a big head. The butt's way back there and doesn't look as good. So yes, I can get just a head shot, but then again, I want to make sure if I do a headshot, that would be a terrible shot right there, because look at the ears are straight back. He looks like a donkey instead of a horse, because right now he's like, you're talking about me and something's going on and I don't like this donkey right next to me. He's kind of irritated. But I see people all the time post a picture of their horse with the ears cocked back. Now, he may relax a little bit. Now right there, that's to it. The horse put his ears to attention. Now again, this is a bad angle because there's a fence right there. But when I take a picture of their head, I want their ears pointed forward. I want them to be at attention. I want to make sure that their feet are, this isn't great because you got the two hooves spread apart here kind of equally, but over here not so equal. Anyway, you may or may not think this is interesting, but this is how you want to do it. You want to make sure that they're kind of standing, there you go, at attention. On the side here, this horse, it still shows his big shoulder, shows his big hip. So that's not a bad picture, even though the sun's down and so our lighting's not good. But again, if I'm wanting to show off his butt, I want to be back here. And anyway, I hope you guys thought that was interesting. And Chippy, it's fun to have you here on the farm. So we're gonna enjoy this year that you get to hang out with us. And I hope your feet get feeling better, because I think his hooves were just kind of short, and then he got here and it was cold and he was standing in the rain and he just started acting kind of ouchy. And normally when that happens, to my experience, they're getting some thrush, some athlete's foot is what we'd call it for humans. But anyway, thanks guys for coming along tonight.